friends, and welcome. In today's video, we're going to go through several different poses to really stretch the body and cool us down after a good hard workout. So when you're ready, I'll meet you standing at the top of your mat. All right, so let's come into our standing position here. Feet are about hip width. Standing up strong, soft bend in the knees. On the inhale, let's lift our arms up and overhead. And then exhale, catch opposite hand, opposite elbow. Once again, soft bend to the knees, slight tuck at the tailbone. And what I mean by that is that we're not really sticking our booties out and finding an arch in our back, but rather there's a slight tuck so that we're engaging the belly and a slightly more flatter back. Good, getting this nice stretch across the shoulders and the upper back. Let's breathe in. And then exhale, bend to the right as you're feeling this nice stretch in your left side body. Maybe taking your gaze towards the sky. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Next inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bend to the left. And nice stretch in your right side body. Shifting your gaze towards the sky. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your bind down. Shaking out the arms. Wonderful. Next inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And keeping the feet as they are, we'll take a ragdoll pose. Grab opposite hand, opposite elbow once again, and dropping the neck and head heavy. You can stay still or maybe gently sway side to side. I like to keep a deep bend in both of my knees here and just allowing my ribs to rest on top of my thighs. Finding a nice release for that low back. You be closing your eyes and clenching your jaw. Cheeks are nice and heavy, making this pose feel good. Good, slowly return back to center. We'll release our fingertips down towards the earth, planting our hands down. We'll step our right foot back, left foot back, downward facing dog. So this is our first and down dog of the video. We're not going to be here for long. The point of this down dog is to really find length in the spine. So in order to do that, I invite you to have a deep bend in both knees here. Don't worry about your heels not reaching the ground. In fact, I want to have your heels lifted off the mat. So soft bend to the knees, heels off the mat, lifting your tailbone high towards the sky as you press your chest towards your thighs, dropping your head, gaze between the shins. Really nice. So that was kind of a lot to think about, but just feel your way into it. The goal here is to lengthen through the spine. So really have a deep bend in both the knees, lifting the tailbone high. Together, inhale. Together, exhale. Inhale, lift that right leg high. Exhale, step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard lunge. So lower down to that left knee as you untuck the left toes. Option here, you stay on the hands, or option to lower down to the elbows for a slightly deeper stretch. Wherever we are though, hands or elbows, think about that right knee hugging in towards your body. You should feel that right knee kind of touching the outside of that right arm or at least it should be pretty close. And getting a nice stretch for that right hip, right inner thigh, and then maybe that left hip flexor. And there's kind of a lot happening right now, so just breathe into it. Good, and then right now, your right toes should be pointing towards 12 o'clock. But if you'd like, option to come onto the knife edge of that right foot. So you're opening your right knee out to the side, getting a slightly different stretch. Toes should be pointing towards 2 o'clock. If this doesn't feel good for you, then please don't take it. But I really like it, so just play around with it. See if it works for your body or not. Good, and then option to stay here. Or if you like an extra quad stretch, let's come back onto the hands. Bend that left knee, and then catch your left foot with your right hand. If you are on the knife edge of that right foot, you can stay as you are, or you can step back down. Choosing what works best for you. If you have this left foot, think about pressing your left heel in towards your body. So you're getting a nice deep stretch for the front side of that left quad. Beautiful. If you have that foot, let's slowly release. Together, we come back onto the hands. And then walk your right foot to the center of the mat. It's going to come in between both hands. We're going to shift our hips back, coming into a half split. So straightening out that right leg. We're now on the heel of that right foot. Toes are pointing towards the sky. You're getting a nice juicy stretch for that right hamstring. And we try to keep our hips stacked on top of this left knee as much as possible. I often have the tendency to drop my hips all the way back here, which is fine, but I find that I get a better, deeper stretch for the hamstring if I kind of shift my body forward, stacking it on top of my knee. Together, breathe in. Together, breathe out. Next, inhale, bend into that right knee. And then exhale to step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step that left foot to the outside of your left hand, lizard lunge. Coming down to that right knee, untucking the right toes. You choose staying on the hands or option to lower down to the elbows. Keep that left knee hugging in towards your body. Breathing deep into that left hip, left inner thigh, and maybe that right hip flexor. It's funny how sometimes these stretches that are meant to cool you down actually feel more like a workout, because we can be so stiff that this is actually pretty hard. But stick with the breath, in and out through the nose. Once again, left toes are pointing towards 12 o'clock, or you can come onto the knife edge of that left foot. Left knee opening out to the side, toes point towards 10 o'clock. Good, you stay here, or you come back onto the hands, bend that right knee, catch your right foot with your left hand. A little extra quad stretch. Staying on the knife edge of that left foot if you were on there previously, or stepping back down. If you have this right foot, think about keeping this left shoulder open, rotating the ribs, heart is lifted. Good. If you have the foot, let's slowly release. We come back onto the hands and then heel toe that left foot to the center of the mat. We shift the hips back, coming into a half split. Hips stacked on top of that right knee as much as we can. Good. Inhale, bend into that left knee. And then exhale this time. Let's just bring our left knee to meet our right knee. Coming down onto our seat, swinging our legs in front of us. We'll take it into the V shape. So our V shape doesn't have to be very wide as long as we can sit up straight and tall. Let's bend this right knee, taking that right foot to the inside of your left inner thigh. We'll take the left hand to that right knee. Keeping this right hip anchored down, let's reach our right arm up and over towards that left foot. Finding length in your right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next inhale, right hand lifts you back up. Take that right hand behind your back. Press into your hand as you lift your hips, taking it into a stargazer pose. Finding a back bend, big breath in, and a big breath out. Slowly lower the hips back down, and we'll switch sides. Right leg extends, left knee bends. Right hand, that left knee. Keeping this left hip anchored down, we'll reach our left arm up and over. Maybe you reach that right foot, maybe not. Good. Next inhale, left hand pulls you back up. Take it behind your back, lifting your hips. Heart is open towards the sky. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Slowly lower the hips back down. Let's extend that left leg long in front of us. And we'll roll back down onto our backs, one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Keep that left leg long as you pull the right knee in. Then cross it over the body. Gaze goes towards the right hand. Supine twist. Slowly come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Right leg long, left knee in, cross it over the body, gaze goes towards the left hand. Slowly come back to center, extending that left leg long on the mat, spreading the arms and legs wide. Shavasana, your final pose. You choose to stay here for as long as you'd like to finish your recovery, but I will leave you here Bringing my thumbs to my third eye. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me today, trusting in me to guide you through today's video. I am so grateful that you're here. And I hope you carry this peace with you throughout the rest of your day.